go through these. 6 period video, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Again, the other videos are posted, labeled, so you can find if there's a specific problem you want to see me work. It's available. Number 3, which of the following is false? And while I'm here, you're used to this language because we do this on every test, but it feels like it's more on this test than usual, like which one is not true or which one is false. So, I mean, you guys are used to it, so I'm not super worried, but this comes up, I feel like more often than normal on this test, is which one doesn't work. Okay, so converting, there's not an easy way to do this, especially since they're not nice numbers. Let's see, times 180 over pi. Pi is canceled. 360 divided by 5 is 7 times 5. Yep, that's 72, so that one's true. Oh, the next one I know, since it's on the unit circle, I know where both of those are. So rather than like actually convert it, I'm just going to think about where negative 5 pi over 6 is. Right there. That's negative 5 pi over 6. Negative 210, that's more than 180, so that's back up this way. So yeah, that's false. I didn't do the pi over 180 thing, but both of those are unit circle values, so I can find them without sort of converting back and forth between the two of them. So I feel pretty good that that's false. You know, on those false ones, you can, in some ways it's more helpful because you can do the other two and figure out that those are indeed true, and then feel really good about your answer because you found the one that's false and you found that the other 3 were true. But if you're doing that, you might want to wait till the end just for the interest of time. You don't want to spend too long on one problem, especially when you think you know the answer already. 6, 7, 8, and 9, they're not on the test. I'm going to do them quickly, just as a review so you see it, because it is, part of the curriculum you're supposed to know, but it's not on the test. So just quickly on number 6.
And 9?
Yep, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are sector area and arc length. Number 6, the arc length, so that's L equals r theta, with radius 5, central angle 5 pi over 4. So that's 25 pi over 4. It's like, okay. As long as you know the formula, that's a pretty easy question. Number 9, another one that's not on this test, but again, it is in the curriculum, so I want to review it while we're here. Find the radius of a sector with area 18 pi squared and central angle 9 pi over 7. Okay, well there's a shortcut formula, but I don't have it memorized. I'd rather do, it's the full circle, pi r squared, times whatever angle we're talking about over 2 pi. So it's like the full circle times whatever fraction of the circle we're dealing with here. So for this one, the area is 18 pi. I'm looking for the radius. And then I've got 9 pi over 7 over 2 pi. So let's see here. Basically all the pi's will cancel out. So 18 equals r squared. If I keep it, change it, flip it, that would be 9 over 14. So let's do times 14 over 9. Thank you. So let's see, that would be 2 times 14 is 28. And the square root of 28 would be 2 square root of 7. So a little bit harder than number 6, but that formula can get us there. Number 12. Which of the following is true? 23 pi over 6 is in quadrant 4. I don't know where 23 pi over 6 is. So I'm going to do the coterminal thing. That's, I think, what this whole question is about. Where I can add or subtract 2 pi as often as I like and land in the same spot. So I'm going to subtract 2 pi until I get something that it's easier to work with. So minus 12 pi over 6 is 11 pi over 6. I know where that is. That's almost all the way around. So that is in quadrant 4. So that's true. Some of you, if you're a little more familiar with the unit circle, some people will look at that and be like, hey, that's almost 4 pi. So that's almost 2 times around. So that's probably in the 4th quadrant. That's a little bit quicker way to go, but you have to have a pretty good understanding of the fractions and unit circle to do it that way. Same thing here. I don't really want to back up a bunch of times to try to figure out where that lands. I think it's safer to just add 2 pi. So negative 9 pi over 4. That one I think I could figure out because that's just a little bit past all the way around. So my guess is that's 4th quadrant. But if you don't like it, you can add 2 pi again. That gets me negative pi over 4. That's definitely in the 4th quadrant. And if you really don't like negatives, you can add 2 pi once more and get 7 pi over 4. But however you get there, that's in quadrant 4. 8 pi over 3. Again, some people would look at that and figure out right away what quadrant it's in. Others of us would be like, I don't want to mess that up. It's easy enough to subtract 2 pi to make sure I get it right. And that's in quadrant 2. So that's 1 and 3. Again, coterminal. No work really necessary, but most people are going to add or subtract 2 pi until they get an angle they're more comfortable with. We're not doing 13 and 14 in this video, but those are both reference angle problems, so you might want to flag me down on those and come back to them later. Number 15. If tangent is 2/3 and sine is less than 0. Okay, sine is less than 0 in the bottom. Tangent is positive in the 1st and 3rd. So I've got to draw this picture in the 3rd quadrant. That's the only quadrant where sine is negative and tangent's positive. Like, some people draw the pictures, other people just think about it in their heads. There's a variety of ways to do it, but I got to land in the 3rd quadrant. Let's see, tangent is y over x, or opposite over adjacent, either way. Opposite, adjacent. Square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared, 4 plus 9, 13. I intentionally drew that picture wrong. What's not right about my picture? Which one's negative? Both of them. So you have to be careful when you're drawing pictures. You've got to be thinking about positives and negatives. Okay, sine, that's opposite over hypotenuse. So that's negative 2 over root 13. So that's not it. Secant is the flip of cosine, so that's hypotenuse over adjacent. It's negative though, so that's off by a negative. That was close. Cosecant is the flip of sine, so that should be hypotenuse over opposite. There we go. I think that's right. And again, you can disprove all of them, or once you find the right answer, you could stop. Cotangent is adjacent over opposite. 3/2, the negative sign's wrong there. That should be positive. So that one's C. All right, we'll stop it there.